Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to do a reading, and this reading is going to be around what unexpected surprise is coming into your life soon. So we'll have a look at timings during the video, during the piles. Timing is always a little tricky, especially when it's with a lot of people, particular piles and that kind of thing, and everyone's situation is different. But this is going to be, I'm intentioning this to be something of benefit towards you. So like you could say a quote unquote good surprise. All right, let's pick the piles today. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm gonna take this one and this one here. All right, let's take a look at your piles today. So for pile number one, you have, oh, the light. You have Amber with harmony, home protection, calm, and attracts love. For pile number two, you have Agate with new beginnings, nature connection, animal allies, and security. Okay. For pile number three, you have the Moonstone with female fertility, calming emotions, attracting new love and growth. And for pile number four, you have the Amazonite with solace, healthy lifestyle, clear communication, and balance. Alright, so I'll leave these here. Feel free to go to the description to jump straight to your pile. Otherwise, take your time. I'll give you some space to pick your pile, and then we'll get into the shuffling portion of the video. Welcome to the shuffling portion of the video, everyone. So I have shuffled these before, but I'm going to shuffle them again and just pick some piles, or pick some cards for each pile. So we are doing an unexpected surprise, so something good coming into your life that is unexpected. So this is not something you can plan for, it's just it might give a little hint towards what it is. I feel like it'll give you more of what it will help with, and feelings and that kind of thing. So we'll see what comes through. So pile one. I'm going to take this one here for pile four. So I did a nice little meditation before, just a quick one, just to see what kind of message was best to bring through today. And the sun is shining, so it's really nice here in Brisbane today. It is winter, but during the day it's very, very warm. During the night it gets very cold, for us anyway. Of course, that is perspective. Okay. So what unexpected surprise is coming through, please? Sun is shining through. I'm gonna let the sun be here for the reading today. If it is blinding, sorry about that. But it's just a little bit, and it's just to keep the warm inside. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll go with those two. Not sure if there'll be space, but we can make it work. Alright. So there are the piles for today. Thank you for lending your energy as we go through this. I know it's quiet, but I was just focusing on bringing through a message or making sure the cards fit with each pile. So as I stated before, you can go down into the description and jump straight to your video. I'll put timestamps in. Okay. Alright. Let's put these a little bit straighter for you guys to see. So thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So today you have chosen Amber with harmony, protection, calm, and attracts love. Alright, so let's see how this fits into your reading today. So remember, we are doing a reading of an unexpected event or unexpected surprise, something good coming in to help you with a situation or whatever. We'll see what comes through, right? So it's kind of open. Okay. Nice, so you have luck, the luck card. And my intention with this card when created was just those small things. Sometimes the smallest thing can have such a big effect. Sometimes like a little change in like your, in your environment, your personal kind of home or your own inner world. Sometimes the smallest things we don't even think have the biggest impact. There's usually like, a domino effect. It knocks over the first thing and it's just small, but then it just can completely change your whole environment. Sometimes a mindset change, something like that. We'll see what else comes through. But I like it with harmony because it feels like it's more personal, like it's very personal. Okay, so you have One Ring Circus. It is reversed. I'll show you it upright. So have a look into that. This feels like opening up a little bit with the One Ring Circus. The One Ring Circus, especially reverse, talks to feeling like you are the only one that's doing anything, or you have that idea of being the only one that can get things done. You can only trust yourself. You know what I mean? Like nothing will work if you're not there, kind of thing. It just won't work properly. So we'll see. Maybe something happening with that kind of idea that I'm the only one that can do this. So, or only trusting yourself or something like that. We'll have a look. Okay, so you've also got Radha with Soul Flame. This is rediscover a lost part of yourself, experiencing relationship harmony and healing. Okay, so this could also be, attracts love, home harmony, home protection, sorry, calm and harmony. Maybe something picking up, someone doing something unexpected that you're like, wow, I didn't expect this to happen, but it's like a weight off your shoulders. And with Soul Flame, it feels like it's like it makes your soul smile. It's kind of how it's coming through. Yeah, so I'm just seeing a smiley face, like, the traditional kind of emote for a smiley face, that kind of thing. You also have Barachiel. This does feel, again, very homely, like very natural, calm, peaceful. I'll have a read of the message from Barachiel as well. But it feels very humble. Okay. And you also have Nitza, which is the left leg of the Kabbalah tree, and this is endurance. So yeah, like I said, taking a weight off your shoulders. I think something's coming through, like something lucky, maybe a partner doing something completely unexpected, or even relationship at work, like a professional relationship at work, someone picking up something and doing something small, which just opens you up to so much more. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like something small coming up that has a big impact over time, or even in that moment. Okay, very nice. You also have the Five of Swords. Yeah, it does feel like something where it's like, you know how she's got her hands up? It's like prosecuted almost, because the swords are like getting attracted to the magnet. And she's like, feeling, it's almost like feeling trapped. There's something with that. Even though the Five of Swords generally kind of is looking at winning, but at a cost. And I think that's the energy as well, in a sense. So what I mean by that is the Five of Swords is really kind of coming through with you not having to spend all your energy to get a win. So it's almost like, it's not like you win, someone else is losing, or someone else is losing, you win. It's more like you win, but you also lose because you lost. You exert a lot of energy on whatever this is, and just life, maybe, life is life, right? That's how that's kind of coming through. Oh, I do like this. It's like the King of Wands. It's someone that has, this feels like your energy for sure. It's like someone that has a lot that they kind of want to kickstart or get started. And that could be like hobby, something that you've put off for a while. And I think someone's going to step in or step up, or maybe going to have a conversation with this person to step up, right? To actually help you gain what you're really looking for, not really what you're looking for, but something that you want to start, or something you want to begin. So this is why this weight off your shoulders is coming through. You still gain all the benefits of having a lot on your shoulders, because it's like it helps with endurance, right? But it doesn't have to be your, for the rest of your life. And that means you can start doing what makes your soul smile. I guess that's really how it's coming to, or sparks the flame inside your soul. That's where this discover a lost part. It's like picking up something that you really wanted to do. Looking out for yourself, like again. Okay, so you also have the Three of Cups, which is a whole bunch of like fun, right? There's just adding a little bit more fun into your life, a little bit more space to do what you find fun, not just what is seen as fun in, say, your family, society, the world, whatever. It's like something that you wanted to do, regardless of what anyone else thinks. It's what you want. Yeah, and we've got the Page of Cups again. So it's not just something that is, waiting, like the potential is there. And I'm not saying your potential, I'm saying like the thing or the hobby or whatever this is about, that potential being picked up. Okay, because it's more than just this. It's also touches at like an inner child kind of wonder and awe with this Page of Cups. It's just how it's feeling. It's feeling very it touches back on, like, I guess, a childhood kind of thing, or maybe even something more recent, like, it's still past stuff, but it's like it's going to help with, I guess, feeding or growing that inner light, inner self energy, let's say, because it's like water and fire, so it's like emotions and passion. So it's quite deep. It feels deep anyway for you. Okay, so this looks really great. I think it is going to have, I feel like with this, there's like a mind shift, because it gives you the space to be more grounded or balanced, right? Be more centered, so you can be like, okay, what is actually happening around here? What is have I got it where I'm attracting some of the like the swords, let's say, the kind of whirlwind kind of energy? Am I feeding into it? What's happening here? It's like that's why it feels like something small. It's just a shift, but it has a big impact. It doesn't have to be a massive change, because I think that would be like an external thing, not an internal thing. And an internal thing is much more powerful than an external thing. So I want to read this one to you. So this is number 14, Barachiel. Okay. So the message, the simple message here is fulfillment. It says here, it's time to bring some lightness back into your life and relationships. Put any difficult conversations or discussions aside for a while and enjoy time with your family and loved ones. This is really touching on core kind of feelings and values, right? So whether that is something emotional or passion or anything really in your mind, kind of like what's happening. Fulfillment is personal and different, of course, for everybody. So it's really touching on, is that friends and family? Is that getting back to, you know, catching up with good friends, relatives, etc.? Is it starting or completing or even picking back up a project, a musical instrument, or just trying something different, you know, going out and meeting people at a class or something, you know what I mean, like cooking or whatever. It's obviously private and up to you. And then attracts love. It could be like a new connection, whether it's friendly or romantic or what have you. But it's definitely giving you the space to be able to do this. Because while it's like internal, there's like a mind shift internally. There's also, I feel, there's a potential for someone else to help with this. And even if they just, I feel like even if they just say, wow, you do XYZ or you do so much, that must be tough. I think even something like that would be helpful in a way, because it's like, oh wow, yeah, I do a lot. Now, what do I need to also incorporate? Not to add more, but you know, there's sometimes we carry around so much. Sometimes we forget what we're actually carrying. It's like, oh, that's not actually true anymore. This isn't actually what I'm doing as well. So that can go, oh, let's put some self-care. Let's start the project. Let's look after or help our inner child. Let's catch up with people, that kind of thing. So it's really very open, but this unexpected, I guess, thing to come, unexpected like benefit or surprise. That's what I was looking for, the surprise word. Unexpected surprise does feel like an opportunity to shift something mentally, or even get someone to assist in some way, so you're not feeling like you're just trudging through. So when is this coming through? And I do like it's like really at a core value. The chain reaction, maybe not the exact thing, but the chain reaction to the surprise will be helping you with fulfillment. Okay. So we got 6. We're in the 6th month, so maybe this is something soon you want to pop out. And we've got the 2 of Cups. So we've got 6 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. Let me have a look at these. It's interesting because it looks like he's traveling, right? Which is very 6 of Swords, but he's just, he's moving close. Like also again touching on the kind of partying, that kind of fun, excitement kind of energy when they're at a movie theater. And of course there's people on their phones. Look, you could put this down as like the 26th, so this video will come out soon, so maybe within this week. But I wouldn't go too hard with the timings. This is just, these two cards are just coming out for timings, but I do like that they do touch on kind of like a shift, like a small something, like a, you know, a shift or like a relocation or move or transit, let's say. And then we have like more relaxing times, more time to like connect. That's how it feels like, connect. But yeah, I'm going to say this one, even though it's 62, right? But we'll go here with the 26. So something coming in before or around there that will bring you a whole bunch of opportunities for fulfillment and a weight off your shoulder. I do like it's the lost part of you. It does feel like picking up something that is core and key to you. Okay, and that's exactly what I see, pile number one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this reading. If you have, give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading today. So you have chosen the Agate with new beginnings, nature connection, animal allies, and security. Real interesting one for this message of an unexpected surprise, something good coming through for you. But it'll be a surprise, right? This will help you know what it may be about. Maybe even a little bit about it, but I think the surprise is also still going to be kept a little bit sheltered, let's say, or under the covers, just to give that like sense of awe and magic, I guess, is how it's coming through. I'm getting already some messages already, but I feel like that with the Agate, it just really starts with that new beginning, that kind of connection with the earth, things that are grounded with the Agate, because the moss is like, you know, such an ancient kind of plant organism. You know, they still need water and things like that. Everything needs water, but they usually are in or very, very close to water to reproduce. They don't use like pods or the air generally. I'm not sure of every single moss, but majority, I would say at least 99%. Okay, let's have a look at your cards. Okay, so you've got feminine energy. All right. You also have commitments. Really picking up on that new beginning. Oh, okay. You've got Mahavata Babaji. This is soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. That kind of really touches in here with commitment, like connection with all things, soul expansion. Especially right next to here, it does feel like, I guess, a sense of understanding what is feminine energy. Not the gender, but the actual energy of femininity, the strength, the power behind this energy, and how you can help ground that in. I feel like that's important, because it's not like any kind of energy is best moved through your body, not just stuck in the head space. Commitments is interesting because it's really is about you know, relationships or business or, you know, something like that. Maybe a new opportunity here, new beginning there for some of you as well. Okay, so you've got Azrael. Really interesting. This touches on transition. So this is the Archangel of sorrow, or sometimes seen as death as well. But it's really about comfort through transitions. It's not about reaping. It's about helping people through I guess, you know, fear, grief, that kind of thing. Helping with something change. And new beginnings. This might be a really good thing coming through. That's going to be the end of something and transition to the next. Now, even though it's good, sometimes something that is tough can be also a good thing, right? Something that shakes up your world is like, feels jarring or, you know, quote unquote horrible. But in the end, it's like, I'm so glad that happened, even though it wasn't the best way I'd like that to happen. But the end result has given me so much more understanding of myself, my world, and how I want to live in it. Okay, you also have Hod with submission. And this is like letting it be, letting some things go, letting some old energies kind of go. This is why your soul's expanding. It's like it's growing. It's not so forced or focused inward. It feels more expansive, and that really does touch with the feminine energy as well. Because at like a very basic level, I guess you could say the feminine energy is receiving and the masculine is giving. That always plays differently in many other aspects, of course, because like energies aren't black and white. They have a whole range, but at a core, and that's where this like submission. So it's like, you know, opening up and just letting what you're kind of attracting come to you. Interesting. I wonder what you're manifesting. We just passed the new moon as well. So maybe something to do with that, maybe something to do with like that which intentions you've put in place during the full moon. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Cups. Definitely moving on from something right next to Azrael. So it really is moving on from something. I do like the plants here, just always picking up on the moss agate. It's something that is going to, I guess, change or touch at like a core level or like a grounded level, but it's because it needs to happen. That's just how it feels. It's something that needs to be released, changed, etc. And just as I'm doing that, the song, even though it's not the greatest like title of a song, it says "Die Anyway." Like it's just like, yeah, this needs to be released. Not really death, but more like it needs to be let go of. It's not healthy anymore to hold on to this. The devil coming out, and you know she's got a few arms, but she's got like debt and just racking it up. But she's still buying, right? It's almost like giving up. It's something that's like she's given up, and she's like, oh well, I'm just going to keep going until something happens. And I think that that mindset is shifting for sure, especially when it comes to something that should have been better than what you experienced. But you no longer have to give your energy to that anymore because it's not your truth now. It's not in your reality now. I don't know how this is going to come through. I think that's a surprise, but it's definitely going to be interesting for sure. Oh, I feel like the judgment's coming through. It's like you're coming to an understanding, but here with the like hand coming out, it's like you're supported through this. You're not going to go through this alone. One from above, or if you want to call them the realm, spirit realm, your guides, your whoever you believe in, that kind of thing. And also, it feels like support from those that are around you. I feel like this transition or move will be as smooth as it can be, depending on how much you kind of let the energy go, let it flow through. Something where this kind of devil energy is ending. Well, they really are coming out with a very clear thing, aren't they? And I think you're going to reclaim this power back, this energy. Whether it be feminine or masculine energy, I feel like majority must be feminine watching this right now. So it's like that feminine energy is getting reclaimed. And it's, instead of being like a wounded feminine energy, it's like empowered or powerful feminine energy. Okay. So this might be what it's about, something where there was an end of a connection or something like that. But look at this. It's really getting it let go. There's a lot of like let go. And it's not just like, okay, fine, I'll just let it go. It's actually coming to a point where you're at a truth like, yes, I am ready to release this. And I do love that Animal Allies is coming through. It's just wanted me to pick on that as well. It's like, it's not just support from people and guides, it's also from your connection with pets, if you have pets or anything like that as well. I feel like they wanted to come through. Even past pets, it's really, I wasn't going to say that because I was like, I don't want to trigger anything, but that's really coming through too. They're there as well, supporting you. Maybe they even popped in your kind of guide team because, you know, they had that love and support, and they want to give you that kind of love and support from the, you know, quote unquote other side. Okay, so really interesting. I love the expansion here. Understanding the connection between all things. It's like just releasing. It really is just like honest, letting it flow through you, because sometimes the energy is stuck up there and it's like, let's let it flow through so I can look at it with non-judgmental eyes towards anybody or anyone, including myself, and releasing it. This might not, for some, I think this is like, what is this even about? I think you'll find out. You'll see, I guess. Let's have a look at Azrael's message. Yes, this talks about transitions. So it says here, you are at a major point of transition. Release all that is currently falling away with love. Remember that after death, there always comes a rebirth. If you have pulled this card following the loss of a loved one, this message comes as validation that the angels are guiding their way safely through the veil. Yeah, I think sometimes Azrael gets like kind of a bad rap of being like angel of death. Doesn't really go kill people. It's more of like helping them, you know, move from one state of like physical to spiritual, or to whatever else is out there, right? And that's more of the support. So can have a bad rap, but really is a super loving and caring archangel that, you know, has kind of a tough job really, and also gets that bad rap when really is super strong, super loving, because you have to have a huge amount of empathy to be able to process that kind of energy. And I feel like why I'm talking about this, it's also relates to you, and it's big. And why has this been stuck? Because you care so much about what happened. But I think if it's, you know, if it's done, if it's turned into like a, you know, something that rolls around in your mind too much, then maybe this is coming through for that. So this might be coming up for you, pile number 2, where you will be able to, you know, fully and completely release this. And if you're unsure of what that is, maybe it'll come up in time. So we'll go for some timing. Let's have a look at timing. So can I get some timing, please, for pile number 2? You want to come out? Got the 6 of Cups. And the 2 of Pentacles. Really interesting, because the timing came out almost exactly the same. Different cards. Like we had with the last reading, which was pile number 1. They had a 6 and a 2, exactly like this, but different 6 and different 2. But yeah, I saw it as like the 26th. So again, though, it's crossed. So I'm like, what is that? Because the 6th is a 6 month to me. And then the 2 going with 26 just feels right. So around then, maybe the first pebble of what this is about will strike, let's say. And then you'll be like, okay, now I know what this reading was about. I'll just let this roll and see how this plays out. I'll let this see how this plays out. And I think the submission here isn't about giving up. It's more about letting things go, letting things be, and then seeing what they actually are at a truth level to you. The 6 of Cups is really nice because it's reflections, and I feel like that touches on with here. And also the 2 of Pentacles is always that like juggling, kind of like the 2 Pentacles around, trying to get balance. I think there's going to be a huge benefit with that. So I hope this has really helped you today. Pile number 1, pile number 2. Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Otherwise, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading today. So you've chosen the beautiful Moonstone with feminine fertility, calming emotions, attracting new love and growth. So let's take a look at what's your surprise that's coming up. Or what does that entail? What does that mean? Let's have a look at the cards. All right, so You have abilities. Really interesting. It's touching on like the feminine too for some reason for me. Like abilities is more like it kind of just is coming off as like psychic abilities or like higher realm abilities. Also Moonstone, like emotional strength, that kind of thing. We'll take a look at that, but the feminine fertility in this kind of imagery is touching on the power of the feminine, let's say. Interesting. Okay. You also have Spirit of Place. This is reversed. This feels like an understanding of where you are and who you are at like a soul level. So I think this shift might actually be quite, I guess, grand in a sense for you. We'll see what the other cards come through, but Spirit of Place reversed I think is going to shake up your life, I guess, like core strengths. Something's going to be introduced that shakes things up. Interesting. This feels a bit bigger than some of the other messages, but we'll see what comes through. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think so. So you've got faith with humanity and benevolence. It says stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Because I'm always hearing when I'm watching some shows and stuff, and it's like, oh, this, there's so much crazy stuff going on. This is all this kind of talk, and it's like, I don't think so, because I'm not feeding or consuming, or feeding off the energy of particular places, because so many news outlets and that kind of thing, you watch it and it's all negative energy, right? It's all negative stuff, and that's true, right? It's fine to see that because some of it is true, or like it's all true, but that's not just what's happening around in the world. There's so many advancements and cures and that kind of thing being looked into. There's so many people that are dedicating their lives to actually helping people, but everyone is more interested in like shock, I guess, value and that kind of thing. So I think you're going to actually start to see the more higher level kind of stuff. Maybe not see it, but feel it. You're going to see the balance between everything. Interesting. Maybe, or your already innate kind of intuitive psychic abilities or things like that are going to be enhanced, changed, or something new kind of coming in. Or something added to what you already have. Or, okay, now they want to say it like this. Or something that you already have been like available to you or woken, like, it's something that you've already had, but it's like underfoot, let's say, and now it's been like revealed. So you have a choice of how to work with that, or if you want to work with that, free will. Yeah, I think this is like these two coming out, Faith and Christiel. So this is like the, I guess, Jesus version of an angel. So big energy here, and this is about forgiveness. It always makes me think of forgiveness of self and others and that kind of energy. But I do like the rainbow kind of aura around, just showing how strong the aura is no matter what kind of is trying to get through, to what kind of energies is coming through. It hasn't impacted or, I guess, dirtied the purity of your soul. Okay, interesting. You also have Hokama, which is the right eye of wisdom. Wisdom always makes me just think of the experience of everything that you've gone through, being a part of almost what this is about. It's so secretive. It feels big, but it feels super secretive. We'll see what the other cards come through. I will have a read of Christiel in the book as well. But like I said, with like, it's opening up. It's like a new way of actually viewing the world or your surroundings or something like that. Interesting. Cracked open. I think it's going to help with how you view the world too. Instead of seeing it so as a like super toxic or negative kind of place, and in some ways I'm sure there is those things, but not everything is like that. You don't have to add your good energy into feeding or seeing that as what the world is. you know, just limit. You don't have to be completely oblivious to something or 100% in something. Just find a good balance. Okay, speaking of finding balance, we've got justice. This is about finding the balance and doing what's right for you. Very interesting. You also have the Five of Cups. I think this is going to really help with your kind of, especially here with calming emotions, with just how you feel. Because the song playing right now is Wicked Games. And it's kind of like that melancholy type feeling, and I feel like this might be it too. This could be many things. That's why I think it's a big shift. It's going to help with this. You can prepare for it. I don't know how, because it's such a kind of secretive reading for some reason. Alright, King of Swords coming through. Right next to wisdom, and he's always like intelligent, so he learns as well as like has a depth of knowledge. Sometimes he's like super logical, right? And that has its place, but there's so much more, especially with this like feminine energy coming through. There's like, you can have logic and you can see things as super logical, but finding a good balance between logic and more, I guess, ethereal or esoteric or like magical. Yeah, I feel like a shift is coming. Yeah, give it some space. Give it some time. It'll come through and you'll understand, because this is like the Enlightenment card. It's like, you know, he's lying down, like he's down just, you know, thinking. Just here too, there's a lot of like, I don't know if this is anxiety or like depression or something like that with how things are, and I think something's shifting within that, and I think it's like, it's almost like magical shift, but we'll see what comes through with the Christiel message, because Christiel has not actually been pulled from this deck when I've been reading anyway, so really interesting. Right, number 36, let's see. Archangels of Rainbow. Okay, this is talking about peace. So it says here, a more peaceful time is coming for you. You have worked hard to create peace in your life and the lives of others. Trust that you do no harm shall come to you. That also just, again, makes me think of what energies, what you do with your energy, what you put it into, comes to you. So if you see a whole bunch of like negative stuff, that's how you view the world. That's kind of like what you will see. It's not like you put it out there and you'll get it back. It's, to me, it's more like what you see is literally what you'll keep kind of seeing. So it's like all the stuff. I like to have like a good balance. I want to know what's going on in the world, right? But I don't want to feed into like the same message over and over and over again. Like it's just a roll around and it gets too toxic, too shadowy, let's say. But interesting. It's saying a calming for sure, calming of energies. This is definitely a growth, like something is growing. I think abilities kind of coming through is really touching on the feminine side of that, like just that energy of empath or something, or maybe even an added ability to say you're a like very strong empath, maybe something coming through that kind of helps with channeling that energy out or in or away if it's not yours, you know, etc., etc., which would be nice, because that's like external. Justice always makes me think of external kind of like rules and things like that. So I think there's going to be a shift. There's definitely going to be a shift. I don't know how it looks, because remember, this is a surprise, a good surprise, and I think it's going to help with your internal world as well as external. I think some stuff might be exposed, which will be surprising, but it's like better to know than to like live in ignorance. Like ignorance is bliss kind of saying doesn't really work in this particular situation for you. Okay, so let's have a look at timings. When will this come through? How will this kind of look, I guess? So you've got 3 of Cups. Okay. And you have the Strength card. So we've got 3 and 8. Could be by August this year, the start of August. There may be something coming through that's different. It could be the start, could be around that area or around that time. Yeah, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere, this kind of like sunny, like, you know, they're very dressed for summer, hats on, togs on, or swimmers, I don't know what they say in different countries, but togs on, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it really does feel like there's a shift here coming through over time. I think you're probably already picked up on many different things, but this one will be quite a bit of a whammy, but a good whammy, right? So it's like not a tower, it's more like a, I don't know, like a sprig of something, or a piece of luck, or like a win. That's what I want to say, a win. Shifting away from here for sure. Seeing actually what the world is really about from a more deeper level. Interesting. Don't really have anything else. They're kind of like, that's enough, that's all. So I will leave this here. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and I will see you in the next reading. So please take care of yourself, and I'll see you later. Hello, part number 4. Welcome to your reading today. So you've chosen the lovely Amazonite with solace, healthy lifestyle, clear communication, and balance. So let's take a look at what's coming into your life that's unexpected but a good surprise. Okay. Ooh, okay, interesting. This feels deep. So you've got stars. I really like this card. I made sure this card was blue when I was creating this deck. I was like, I want it blue. Stars for me, my intention with this is not just like the star card, like, you know, the hopes and dreams. This is already on that path. This is like a whole constellation, not just the star. This is like the sight or the view of the milestones and steps to get there. This just feels like so far just like a good balance and good calm time in life, regardless of what's happening in the world. Because how you view things, or what ideas you attach to things, is internal, right? So people can go see something and be like, oh, this means XYZ is going to happen and blah, 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 blah. You might think, okay, that's something that I can't control. But what can I control? How do I feel about it? If I can't control it, there's no point stressing or worrying about it. I can plan, but I can't worry about something that's either already done, that may or may not happen, or is it impacting my reality at this moment? Is more how to look at it. Interesting. Makes sense. Cleaning house. Not getting sucked into anything. So for some, I think this is more internal, cleaning house. Sometimes actually cleaning house really does clear the energy. Like you can play, like, you know, I like to play some music to clear, but vacuuming and, you know, dusting or whatever actually cleans the house, really clears the house as well. The physical as well as the kind of spiritual side. Interesting. So interesting, right next to stars. Okay, interesting. So you've got Commander Ashtar with call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Yeah, this is very masculine energy. This is like getting it. Same with this. This is like reaching each step. And it's like, you know, by action. Okay, interesting. You've also got Archangel Ariel. Ariel is seen more as like natural, especially when it comes to like connection with nature, connection with animals, that kind of thing. I'm just going to quickly shut the door because the rubbish truck is coming by. Okay, thank you for that. Alright, and you also have Binar. So interesting with this deck of the cards that have come out. But this is knowledge. So I think you're okay. I'm going to kind of guess what this is about because I feel like it's a surprise, right? But I'm getting too much of what this may be, so I'm going to mention it, which usually means that it'll be part of it might be right for you, but it will come in a way that's still surprising. But if we've got Commander Ashtar, which is like this supernatural or like extraterrestrial kind of being, and with the stars and the knowledge, it's like some kind of cosmic energy coming through that's going to be like, oh, this is completely not what I expected. Connecting with not just spirits, but like even kind of unknown things, unknown beings, or something like that. Interesting. Don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll see. Also, you got 3 of these cards, so I'll try to make some room. Okay. So you've got the 4 of Cups. This is interesting. It feels like dissatisfaction. It's like a shift from the mundane for sure. Having a look at like Commander Ashtar coming through. This is going to be something that's going to shake up your like boredom. Like it's almost like just like I'm just going to, I guess, cruise control to the end, and then the universe is like, haha, little did you know. Little did you know. Yeah, and even the Fool's up in the stars kind of feeling like he's up in space or he's in somewhere, some kind of dimension where there's floating eyes and strawberries and, you know, cherries and stars. So it really feels kind of cosmic or kind of like really high up that you'll be like, at the moment, I think watching you'll be like, I don't know about any of this. But it might come through in a very strange way. Like a very omitted kind of way. Like I guess you might want to work on your stellar gateway or like solar. What is not solar plexus? What is the top one? The sorry, soul star chakra. That's what I think it is talking to. Maybe there's some kind of hidden knowledge coming through. We'll have a look at these 3. Oh yeah, dreams coming true. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell, but I was excited. Dreams coming true. Something that's actually more exciting. Even it's almost like seeing the world in a whole new light. You also have the 9 of Wands, which is interesting here because it's like you've had a long path. Let's say there's like a long path to go, like that you've had, and I think some of the more like frustrating things, or where was it? Kind of like uninspired things are starting to shift. We'll see how this comes through, right? Just see. I'm going to do a pull for some timings if I can as well. And you also have the 5 of Wands. This is something that's going to challenge you, but not challenge you in regards to like arguing. Like these 2 seem to be arguing about how to stack the car with suitcases, and we've all argued about ridiculous, silly little things. But sometimes, you know, it can be because of this and this and this and this and this, and it just all piles up and it turns into a huge argument about pretty much nothing, but it just needed to happen because we didn't talk about X, Y, Z. We just thought we'll leave it, and it's built up, and then it's just exploded. Like, she's not having it. Like, he might have a point or she might have a point, but neither of them are kind of backing down. She's definitely not backing down. She's got a hand on the luggage. She ain't moving. So that's really interesting. But I think this is going to help with especially a lot of the more where you've been putting your passion or your fire and put it towards clearing because something new is coming through. I want to see what Ariel has to say. Okay, now I know what fell on the floor. It was the book. Okay, this is strength of heart, and you can see with these 2 strength of hearts, really important. So it says here, have courage and faith in yourself and your beliefs. I will help you stand up for yourself and defend anyone who needs your strength of heart. something is coming through that's going to change your kind of trajectory. But it'll almost be like this information comes through and you're like, oh, I already knew that, I just didn't really put the pieces in my mind together, and now it's like all there, all put together, jigsaw complete. Now let's go on this new journey. I wonder what it is. You know, it could be as small as like clearing for the new, or something completely, you know, wild, I guess, what is what I would say. Like with this healthy lifestyle, something like completely different. It doesn't have to be cosmic, right? It could be just like something that you're like, no, I wouldn't do that. And then you start exercising or doing yoga or going on a retreat or something like that. Or just like, you know what, I keep saving and buying, and like when I'm going through the mundane, why don't I just go spend it on a weekly massage or something like that? Just have some me time. It could be anything. Like it really could be, because it's just it's so interesting doing this reading, this type of reading, because I'm really kind of blocked from seeing exactly what it is, because obviously then it wouldn't be a surprise, would it? But for me, it feels like it's going to bring balance, whether that's putting more interest or calming your load, your workload, your like stresses. And I think it's going to be like the solace is really feeling like bliss, because it's just going to be interesting. Something more interesting coming through. But I do like the stars coming through and the Nine of Cups, which is, it's just really nice. And also this like, it's like an offering of knowledge. Yeah, work that stellar chakra gateway, whatever I'm thinking of, soul star. That's exactly what I see. So before we go though, I do want to see timing. I think this is like cosmic timing, so it's going to come through as it comes through, but I'll just see if anything comes out of these cards. So can we please get a message of timing? Okay. Eight and 4. Look, it could be around what is the August? I was like, what is that month? August, around August, potentially the start, or the yeah, I would say probably around the start of August. It could be around a time when a celebration is coming up, like a birthday, whether that's around there or not. Look for that as well for some of you, because I think this is coming through. And it may be in regards to like a friendship or a coupling, or just like a birthday, or just like a celebration of a gathering of people. Because like, yeah, a good message is coming through. Like, it's like things working out because you cleared the way for it. Now, I'll just touch again on the cleaning house card. That could be like physically or like mentally kind of sorting out some of the old energies. By the sounds of it, you're already good at this anyway. You already know this, so it might be just, you know, looking into, you know, quote unquote, looking into your mind and going, okay, let's have a look. What needs cleaning out? What's still here that's like just a little annoying, and we'll clear that because I don't want anything stopping me from getting my my hopes and dreams. Okay. And that's what I see today. So thank you very much for being here. So glad for you, partner, before when this comes through. I hope it really does come through in a way that's for your best, and also and great timing, because it does feel like here, it's like you're waiting for this. You're waiting for this message to come through. So I hope it really does help. Thank you very much for being here. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next reading.